Hello, you guys. I am Carrie, and I'm a Ruby Ribbon stylist. And I have been wanting to make a little video like this for a while now, just to kind of tell you all the things about Ruby Ribbon, why I'm doing this, why I believe so fiercely in it. I really do believe fiercely, and I would happily recommend this to anyone without any reserves. So let me tell you a little bit about my story, why I'm doing this, and then also our founder's story. So Ruby Ribbon is actually really new. It's been around since 2012, and Amanda Z, our founder, was in the tech industry, and she was wearing Spanx one night at like a fancy event or something, and she went to the bathroom to take off her Spanx like halfway through the event because it was strangling her. And you know the feeling, like you're wearing something, it's pulling you all and it makes you look great, but the edges are super uncomfortable, and they're pushing against your skin, and you've got little red marks, and you're just dying to get out of it. And you don't care how good it makes you look, you just want it off. So she went to the bathroom to do just that, to take it off. She comes out of the stall and goes to throw it in the trash, and she sees two other pairs in there. And so she was like, okay, there's got to be some better way to do this. There has to be a better way. So into Ruby Ribbon, she found designers and stylists, and we have like some of the most amazing people, the amazing team working on new products all the time, beautiful new colors, like all that kind of stuff. So I'll show you kind of like most of the essentials today, and just like the different levels of compression that we offer, because there is levels 1 through 5. Keep in mind, none of them feel like Spanx. Not a single one feels like it's choking you and you want to take it off. Even the level 5, which is the highest compression. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I tried one on and I fell in love, basically. But more so, I have cystic fibrosis breast condition. And what that means, it's not something super serious, but it does mean I have very painful, every month I go through my cycle, and my breasts are in a lot of pain, and it's getting worse as I get older. So I have lots of scar tissue in my breasts, and sometimes it's actually painful to not wear a bra. So I've always hated bras. They're always uncomfortable. I hate them. But sometimes I needed something to support, because it was like painful to sleep. Like they were so sensitive. I kind of wanted to just like keep them in place, if that makes sense. But wearing a traditional bra to bed, is like horrible. Like, why would you do that? Like the first thing you do when you get home is take off your bra. So I tried the Second Skin collection, which is level 2, and I could not believe how comfortable it was. I could sleep in it. I could actually sleep in the level 4 stuff, even the level 5. Like I could sleep in without a big, I probably wouldn't want to, but it wouldn't be a big deal. So that's why I'm doing this. Again, I can sleep in these with no problem, and that's only like 4 or 5 days of the month that I feel like that, so I didn't normally sleep in them, but I could if I wanted to, and no pain, totally comfortable. I know all kinds of women that I've sold to that have said, I accidentally fell asleep in my cami last night. Like, can you say that about your bra? No. Heck no. So what I would say first is there's a sizing form. I call it a virtual fitting form on my if you're here in a party, you're watching this video from a party, you're watching this video from my VIP page, or a friend has shared it with you, you can go fill out that virtual form, and what that does is it lets me virtually size you. So we can do in-person fittings as well, but with the circumstances right now, like in-person fittings are a little more difficult, so we're doing virtual fittings. And you're going to give me your band and your bust measurement. I'm going to size you. I'm going to do, you also should include your like pant size, and like if you have any measurements you have, that would be helpful. I give you like a little space where you can add additional things, like maybe you have piercings, chest piercings, and you have to keep them covered at night. Maybe you have had a mastectomy, and you have painful scars that you need help with reshaping your breasts and like doing all those things. I have fit every woman. Fibromyalgia is a really common thing that people come to me with, that they need help with that. So it does help. And I'll tell you about that more later. So fill out the form, and that will definitely help me fit you and get you in the best cami, because even though we definitely have something that will fit you. We go from sizes 28 all the way up to 50, and we can fit up to a 56 band, I believe. So we definitely have something, but that doesn't mean that if you see a cami and it looks pretty, it doesn't mean that that's the right one for you. So do the fitting, and I will tell you which ones will fit you best, and you can ask me questions and things like that. I am your personal stylist. I'm here to help you with whatever needs you have. So there's also something I want to mention before I get too far into the product. This business opportunity that I have stumbled upon is making me a lot of extra money every month. It's also allowed me to take time off from my regular job, which I love, but I love this a lot more. This is a lot more fun. So I would encourage you, if you are curious, to reach out to me. You can join my team. I have a small team that's growing really fast, and I'm really excited because we have some really awesome ladies on there. So reach out to me if you have any interest at all. I can tell you more. You can also listen to our free Cami call, which is twice a week right now on Sunday and Monday nights. Also, if you want to be a hostess, if you want to earn some rewards and you want to get some coupons, some half off, some free items, things like that, let me know if you'd like to be a hostess as well. That's a lot easier. You just, I do all the work, I set up the party, you join, you invite your friends. That's basically it. That's the gist of it. Super easy. So let me know if you're interested in that as well. So we have 30-day returns, exchanges. I'm here to help with that as well. So again, I'm your stylist. If you have problems with the product, you let me know. I will take care of it. I will do everything I can to make you happy, within limits. But I usually go a lot further than I should. So again, sizing super important. I want to show you guys a couple of the products. I don't have everything in the collection, but I have a lot. So I'll kind of work my way level 1 through 5. So let me show you level 1. This is our Allure, which is our kind of like our lingerie. We have actually quite a few pieces of lingerie, and they're always adding new stuff too. So this is, you can see it's quite stretchy. It's not really intended for like shaping or firming in any sense. It's just meant to be pretty, sexy, you know, all that stuff. I love this one. This is limited edition, this cherry red. They still have it at this moment, but it always comes in the black and the shell, which I don't have. I loved the red so much, I wanted this one. So you can see it's got this really pretty cinching in the middle between the breasts. It's got cups. Sometimes you want to size up on this one, so reach out to me. This will fit just about anybody though. Like anybody, this they'll say sometimes like, oh, only A and B cups, but trust me, this has a lot of give here in the cups, and it will give a lot. So if this is something you're interested in getting, absolutely let me know. I can tell you what size you should get. Typically you want to, like, if you've already ordered Ruby Ribbon, you want to go up one size on that. There's a matching briefs for that, and although they are briefs, I'm telling you, they are super sexy. They have kind of a vintage, like kind of a pinup look to them. They've got this, like, I don't know if you can see that, this like stitching right here. And even though it's subtle, it really adds some vintage flair. So super stretchy. They look big, I know, but trust me, they're sexy and they fit and they're beautiful. I love them. So this also has a demi version. You could do like what's the bra version of that. Let me show you level 2. So this is our second skin. Everything from level 2 is called second skin. When I first saw the compression levels, I was like, okay, lingerie, I get it. Like, absolutely, who doesn't want some of that? Level 2, I thought that I didn't have much need for it because I was like, well, it doesn't really compress or smooth, and it's not really lifting that much, so what would I do with it? Like, what? I don't want to wear a bra around the house. Well, I told you before about my cystic fibrosis breast condition. This is what I use for that. So this is super buttery smooth, super stretchy. It definitely does smooth. So I won't say it like compresses, but it definitely smooths out like your little bumps and lumps. And this is the demi version. I love this so much. This is the one that I end up sleeping in. It is absolutely comfortable enough to sleep in. And you can do the cami version too if you want. This is the shell color, but you can see it has a wider band in the back for a little more support. So this is the back side. I've got it upside down here, but you get the gist. Super, super stretchy, super comfortable, extra soft, and it's got that like that kind of edge where it doesn't show like lines, you know, like on your clothing if you were to wear this under. So I do wear this out of the house. I wear this if I'm just gonna like go run some errands and I don't really care much what I look like. I'm not trying to suck myself in and make myself look amazing, but it does help. And I love how stretchy and just so soft. I wish you could feel this. I wish you could reach through the camera and feel this. It is So buttery soft. I love it so much. I have lots of those, but I have also the red, which I wanted to show you because the cherry red is super pretty. Again, super stretchy. These are like the regular panties. So we have like, there's a thong, there's panties, and then there's briefs. And so these are kind of the in-between in the red. And you can see there's a little gripper edge at the bottom. It's called like a dot matrix gripper edge. And this holds it in place so that it doesn't slip around on your leg. So this is like the back, like the under the booty cheek. Love that so much because if you're pulling your pants up and down and you're wearing skinny jeans or something a little form-fitting, it won't scoot around. It will just stay where it's supposed to stay. So I love that. And if you get the cami version of the second skin, it has that at the bottom, like where the gripper edge would be against your hips. So it stays down in place and doesn't move around. This next one is level 3. So this is our lace light support, and most of level 3 is called light support. And so it's a little more firming. So you can see it's a little more kind of spandexy, like stretchy. It stretches every which way though. So then we start getting into our more support, like more compression. Gripper edge at the bottom, nice and stretchy, super, super soft against the skin. It's medical grade, so no allergic reactions or anything like that. No actual latex in here. It's just medical grade silicone. And this will lay against your hip here. So this is the bottom of the cami. This particular style has a shelf bra inside. So you can see kind of it's got, I'll show you that. And then this is where the boob pockets are. So we're going to start getting into, this is the first one that has these like built-in cups, like kind of these, I mean, I call them boob pockets, but they're actually called, gosh, I forget what they're called right now, but basically they have these like cups where this is where your breasts are going to kind of fill out. And the reason that we give you one size when you end up in Ruby Ribbon is because this cup will expand to fit just about any breast size. I'm talking about like I cups and J cups and stuff like that, like cup sizes you didn't even know were real. I'm a triple D, like between a double D and a triple D, and I have never had trouble with anything not my breast not filling it out and being fine. So we're talking about no bulge right here. We're not no spillage, no gaps, absolutely no gaps right here. You know how you buy a bra and it's like all form fitted and then you've got this big gap certain times of the month. Like my boobs grow and shrink throughout the month, especially with my condition, and so I end up like spilling over, you know, in a bra like for a week, and then the rest of the time when they're not swollen, then I've got these like gaping cups, and you can tell when you wear a shirt, it kind of like sits against it, and then it like digs in right there, or like kind of dives in. So that will not happen with these, I promise you. I'll show you something later that helps shape it a little bit, because you're probably thinking like, wow, that's really thin, and it is. It's really thin, and you can see kind of like stretchy like that. But I will show you how to like help kind of add a little shape if that's what you want. So that's level 3. Level 4 is probably our best selling. That's where all our best selling stuff is. And again, I want to stress to you, none of this feels like Spanx. None of this, no matter how high the compression levels are, none of them feel uncomfortable. You can wear them all day. But level 4 is like that sweet spot where everybody likes to be. So this is our lace cami. So it's just called lace cami. It's got this really pretty lace detail underneath. You can see that. None of that lace rubs against the skin. Even though the lace itself really isn't itchy in any way, it has like a little kind of backing so that the lace isn't against the skin, kind of softer. Now this does not have a shelf bra, but it definitely has like the lace kind of adds like a, you know, it's a little tighter around the band, like so it kind of fits a little better. And then you can obviously see where the breast cups are. And look how you can see through the breast cups. See that? That's called variable compression. The variable compression starts at level 3 and it goes through level 5. So all of those include that. And you can see how where the breast is going to come out here is much, much lighter and thinner and stretchier. Like, look how stretchy that is. That's going to help your breast, no matter how big or how small it is, it's going to form to that. And then this is in between the two pockets right here, and you can see how it's thicker. And so that variable compression, what that does is it makes sure that, first of all, you don't want uniboob, 2 separate boobs, okay? And then second of all, it's going to make sure that you're kind of like held together a little better without using an underwire. And so you get that shape, you get that beautiful shape that you want without having the underwire do it for you. And so that variable compression, you can see it goes under here, all around the boob, all around the outside. And then it also, of course, is present in all of the tummy part. So let me show you this though. So this is, I've kind of lifted and turned it upside down. See the variable compression there too in these panels where you can kind of see it gives a little more? That's so that it doesn't feel like it's squeezing you to death. It's giving you a little compression, it's smoothing you out, but it's not so tight that your fat is bulging out the bottom and you just feel like you're strangled all day. So it's definitely way more comfortable and something that you can wear all day long. I know lots of women who just wear their cami until they go to bed, no problem, and sometimes accidentally fall asleep in it. So that's level 4. Level 5, there are 2 pieces currently in our level 5 collection. We have our ultimate cami, which I have. So it's actually, the construction is very similar to what you'll find in the level 4 stuff. It's just a little more, the panels are just a little stiffer. So definitely still, but you can see there's a lot less give in the tummy portion. It's still stretchy, it still gives, and it still has the variable compression, but a little less so, stretches a little less so than the level 4 stuff. This one does have a shelf bra, so you can see the shelf bra on the inside. See if you can see that. So you've got a little extra support under. Still has all that variable compression though. You can see how it gives in the center. You can see that a little bit more see-through there. No uniboob still, so it's got the 2 separate cups. I really like this one. So this is a really nice one. The Ultimate is really nice because it's longer than all of our other camis. That's true of the nursing too, which is the other level 5. And it also accommodates for a wider hip. So if you tend to be, if you're proportionally a little bit wider in the hips, you need a little more room. That one I think has like 3 extra inches of room for your hips than the lace cami, if I remember correctly. And it depends on the size you're getting as far as like how many extra inches, but like in kind of in the middle sizes, 3 extra inches, that's a lot. That's a lot more room for your booty. So let's see. So one of the nicest things, and I promise you, I have never had these straps slip on me, ever. Not even once. Never slipping off my shoulders. And I don't have like, I mean, you can see my shoulders. I don't have like especially like built shoulders or anything, like got kind of a slopey shoulder, but I have never had them move. I have never had them leave marks or any kind of red marks or anything. Super, super comfortable. And the reason is because they are so wide. Even the demi-ettes, which are like the bra replacement, they're so wide in the back that they transfer like, you know, the strength it takes to hold up your breasts. Instead of it all being on your shoulders and on some skinny little band in the back that causes a bunch of bra bulge, they're wider. Even the demi-ettes, even, let me see if I can find it. Let's see, show you a good example of that. So this is the Siren demi, and if you look at the back, look how wide that is. It's like a sports bra almost. Like it has, and it, actually even more, this is the back of the bra. So all of that weight from your breast, instead of like all being right here or all being right here on a skinny little band, it's spread throughout this whole thing, and it really helps support your back. It helps take the weight off your shoulders so you don't just like feel the weight of that all day long. It's so much more comfortable. So I've had all kinds of ladies who traditionally have lots of back pain associated with wearing a bra and having large breasts comment on how much better their backs feel just after a few days of wear. I know that with my condition, not so much that I had, I mean, I do have kind of larger breasts, but not so large that I couldn't tolerate like wearing a bra, like as far as like on my shoulders and back. But sometimes I need extra support, like to kind of hold them up. So I've noticed wearing these long term has, I think, improved my condition a little bit. Like I don't feel so much pain those 4 or 5 days during the month when my breasts are creating all this scar tissue and everything, because it's kind of just like lifting and it's not pulling so much, if that makes sense. So let's see if I missed anything. We talked about, almost all the products are made from a combination of nylon and spandex. I don't think, there's no latex in anything, so they tried really hard to make sure that no allergic reactions would occur. Let's see, almost all of them have a silicone gripper edge. Even the demi-ette versions have that here. Some women will say that they're worried about it rolling on the edge. There's a couple tricks to fix that. You can kind of tuck the edge under just a little bit. I don't have mine ever roll, unless if I'm like exercising or like, like leaning over a lot during the day, then it will kind of sometimes flip up. Honestly, I don't notice it. I've been wearing these things for so long. It doesn't bother me anymore. They'll notice like, oh, it did roll up a little bit, but it doesn't bother me at all, but typically it won't roll. And there are some that are better at that than others. So if you're really concerned about that, the way that feels when it kind of rolls up, let me know and I can recommend. There's like 3 or 4 that like really don't roll. So I can help you with that. I definitely recommend, and I want to show you, I talked about earlier, like kind of the shaping, how you can get a little shape and definitely some nipple coverage because you don't want your nipples showing through when you're cold. So I'm just going to take these out here and I'll show you because I forgot to bring my extra ones out. These are called petals and they're just like, they're kind of like the ones you would get in like a cheap bathing suit or something at Target, but much better quality. I mean, they're like, they don't crease or, even if you like were to crease them up, they like kind of keep their shape really well. They do add some shape and you just kind of tuck them in here. And some of the styles come with what they call petal pockets so that they have like a little like kind of opening on the side you can kind of shove them through, and there's 2 layers of material. I actually just put them against my skin. I find it more comfortable and I find they keep they stay in place better. Sometimes when I use the petal pockets, because right now they only come in the champagne color, you can kind of see the color a little bit. Not that it matters, like nobody's looking at it, but I mean, to me, I just feel better. And I like it against my skin anyway. And they come with like a cool little bag that you can wash them in and stuff like that. So those are the only thing that you probably don't want to put in the washer. Everything else, you don't have to hand wash. You just put it in the washer and just don't dry it. Don't put it in your dryer. So let's see if there's anything else. I think there's a couple more things I wanted to cover, but as far as like I could show you other products, but I think I've kind of shown you like you get the gist of it. But I did want to mention for sure. So, and it's funny because I tell everyone about this and it doesn't seem to be the biggest selling point of these. It's the selling points are more like the comfort, like how comfortable these are. Like it literally just feels like nothing is holding your boobs up all day and just holding them in place. But I would say for me, the most important selling point was my breast health. You have lymph nodes, tons of them all around where an underwire would normally sit. And what you're doing when you wear an underwire is it's compressing and it's pushing against those and they get inflamed and they're not draining properly. And that is so, so bad, not just for your breast, but your whole body. Those lymph nodes are there to support your immune system and to help your body function the way it's supposed to. And if they're being compressed like that all day, that is not good for you. It is not good. So these do not push on that. I can't stress that enough. I have some photos that show radiology scans of a woman wearing her regular bra. She's got all this white hot inflammation all around her breast, and then a year later or just over a year later, wearing ruby ribbon through that whole year, you can see almost all of the inflammation was resolved. It was almost all gone, back to healthy lymph nodes again, which I think is so important. For whatever reason, I don't see people like really excited about that, but you should be. That's super important. And it's another reason I'm trying to get teenagers interested in wearing these, because just start young, right? Just get them in it young and they never have to worry about all those, who knows what those lymph nodes being compressed like that and all that inflammation, who knows what kind of problems it can cause later in life. So I encourage you to try to get your daughters, your nieces, to try these and see what they think. So the other thing that I really want to stress is so I get a lot of orders, and then towards, I would say like the end of the week after they get their order, I end up getting a call from them. It's tight, it's too small, like what's going on? I think I ordered the wrong size, I measured wrong. And I just have to say, wear it for like 2 days. Just put it on, wear it for 2 days, and see what you think. So there's a couple of videos that I like to send people after they order, and they can watch it during that week while they're waiting for their order to come in. Most people don't, but then they go back and they watch the videos. They're like, oh, okay. Because one of the most important things you can do when you first get it, especially if you have especially large breasts, is you want to stretch these pockets. So these pockets, I mean, they're really stretchy, but the thing is you put your fist in there and you just kind of stretch it a little bit and give it a little give, it'll conform to your body faster. And that's like the most amazing things about these products, is that they will conform to your body. A couple days of wear and they will feel like they are made for you. It's just what they do, which is, I think, just so amazing. I mean, and why didn't somebody do this a long time ago? but about 2 days of wear, they will feel so much better. So when you first get it, if it feels a little tight, that's actually a good thing, because if it's too loose when you get it, that's not bad. It's not going to support you the way that you need to be supported. So I have had women actually buy them. They panic when they get them. They send them back right away and go a size up, and then they wear those for like a week or two, and they're like, you know what, I should have kept that original size. They go back, they order the original size, they wear it for 2 days, and they're totally fine. So I highly recommend, don't panic when you first get it. If you feel it's a little bit tight, just give it a couple days and it will break in and it will form to your body and it will feel amazing. So that's pretty much, I think, all I have to say. I was trying to keep this under 30 minutes and I did it. I'm super proud of myself. So I'm your stylist. Reach out to me if you have any questions. If you're watching this in a party, if you're watching this in my VIP group, wherever you're watching this, thanks for watching the whole thing super long. I'm going to make some other videos that are shorter and more concise on specific topics. So check out my YouTube channel if you want to know more about a specific topic. I will go more into depth about level 1 in one video, level 2, and so on, breast health, things like that. I plan on making more precise videos for those things. So check it out if you get a chance. All right. Thank you guys so much for your support and take care.